My name is Cynthia Rose, and when I was 16 years old, my story started. I was born in Rochester, New York, and lived there my whole life. I was 16 when the Civil War started. I didn't really know what it was about, just what the boys at school would tell me when we would walk home. It's 'cause of the black people a boy at school told me. I remember my dad telling me that it started because one day a man invented the cotton gin. When I would help my mom around the house, I got paid in cake. The black men and women would work all day in heat and get no pay. Money is an important thing. Imagine working day in and day night, and not only would you work hard, you would get hurt for the littlest thing. I knew that things were bad, but I didn't think we needed a war. My father didn't start off as a soldier, but when the war got bad, he knew what he was fighting for was the right thing to do. My father was what you called an abolitionist. He would always be the first to explain why African Americans deserved rights. They were people just like us, but the South couldn't see that. My father would mail me letters from the war telling me about the things that were going on. He told me he saw men that were his neighbors getting shot, men that would go to town meetings dying in their own blood on the battlefield. Hearing the war stories was too much, and I knew I had to do something. I started to go around the neighborhood and tell them what my father told me. People were so shocked. The families that had men off in the war understood my pain and my drive to help. With the neighborhood's help, we would make care packages for the troops out there. They would have simple things, but my dad told me that they really helped in the hard times. Years went by, and finally the South surrendered. Everyone in the North was so happy. Fireworks and parties were going on in the street. People I didn't even know were cheering on with me. The North became a big family, and we finally had achieved our goal after all these years. I finally got to see my father. I'm so thankful that he came home. I'd missed him so much. I was much taller, but I still knew he saw me as his little girl. Even after the war had ended, I continued to tell people that all black men, women, and children deserved the same equal right as everyone. Even though the African Americans were free, many bitter Southerners didn't want to see a future where black men and women could be just as successful as them. Heck, even some tried to keep the black men from their right to vote. That's where the 13th, 14th, and 15th Amendments came in. The 13th Amendment abolished slavery for good. The 14th Amendment stated that no state would be allowed to deprive anyone of life, liberty, and property. The 15th Amendment stated that no one shall be denied the right to vote because of race, color, or previous condition of servitude. These amendments protected the African Americans for generations to come. My father taught me many lessons in life, but the biggest thing he taught me was to respect everyone and live in unity because we are all human. So that's my story, being a teenager during the Civil War.